Now, if I didn't know any better, I'd say that you're looking at running for president.
Do it. Do it. Look at me. Do it. I will personally write you a campaign check now on behalf of this country, which does not want you to be president, but which badly wants you to run.
I am officially running for President of the United States, and we are going to make our country great again.
There's not going to be a President Donald Trump.
I think that man will be president of the United States right about the time that spaceships come down filled with dinosaurs and red cake.
Donald Trump has been saying that he will run for president as a Republican, which is surprising since I just assumed he was running as a joke.
Donald Trump will not become president.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
Donald Trump will never, ever be president.
Moderator, but apparently believes that Donald Trump is a clown.
President Obama will go down as perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States! Exclamation point at real Donald Trump. Well, at real Donald Trump, at least I will go down as a president.
You're never going to be president of the United States by insulting your way to
Let's see, I'm at 42 and you're at 20.
We have a key race alert right now. Donald Trump now has reached the number of delegates needed to clinch the Republican presidential nomination.
So right now, Mr. Trump, to answer your call for political honesty, I just want to say you're not going to be president, all right? It's been fun. It's been great. I love you. But come on, buddy.
Donald Trump, while we project, will win in Kentucky with its 8 electoral votes, in Indiana with its 11 electoral votes, West Virginia, Florida, Tennessee, Mississippi, South Carolina, Alabama, Kansas with its 6 electoral votes, Nebraska with its 5 electoral votes, and Wyoming with its 3 electoral votes, North Dakota with its 3 electoral votes, and South Dakota, Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, the state of Montana, Missouri, Ohio, Idaho, North Carolina.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
do solemnly swear.
Together, we will make America great again.
Welcome into CobraCast 199. I am your host, D-Day Cobra, and I am happy to see all of you here tonight in the snake pit. You guys know how we roll around here. And I want to say, first off, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to each and every one of you. I am sorry I did not do a stream on Christmas Day at night. I had a little bit of issue that I was dealing with YouTube, not on this channel, but on one of my other channels. So that really caused, it threw a wrench into all of my plans. But I'm happy to see all of you here. I hope you all had a great Christmas. And we're heading to the Happy New Year. And it's going to be a wild year. 2024 is going to be a hell of a year. And I'm not even sure how to properly describe what type of shit show we're in for in 2024. But it's going to be wild. But hail to the snake pit. Hail to everyone here tonight. You know how we roll here. CobraCast 199, the single most important show on YouTube with 199 in the name. The most viewers, the most super chats, the most members, and we never have to shut our chat down for members only because almost everybody's already a damn member because we have the best chat in the world. And we have a lot to talk about. How's everybody doing? I see everybody rolling in here. We've got Warren Smith dropping that member message. What's up, Warren Smith says, hail to the greatest chat, mods, and host on the internet, Markiplier. I mean 199 plus CobraCast. What's up? Warren Smith. Appreciate you, brother. Drew Barr becomes a member message 10 months. What's up, Drew Barr? Appreciate you. It's Kind of Magic says, fully support your Geeks and Gamers website plan. We need more ground covered in pop culture. I see SJWs on Tumblr running mini fan blogs pushing woke BS going years back. Yeah, 100%, man. The idea I have with the G&G website and the things I want to do, it is obviously, listen, it costs money to run a website at the level I want to run it at. And, you know, I mean, I did kind of, you know, I set the direct dono situation up on the website to try to fund some of that stuff. We really haven't pushed that too much. Not a lot of other people have responded to it, which is totally fine. You know, however you want to support us is helpful, whether it's on Rumble, YouTube, Streamlabs, directly on the website, whatever. And obviously, we're going to try to do a lot of different things. But pop culture, I think, is vital to what's going on right now. I think there's a lot of opportunity to take full advantage of the fact that the social justice, identity politics propaganda has completely failed. Disney is failing across the board. I think as we moved into 2024, we're going to see some interesting scenarios with the entertainment industry. And it's crucial, man. It's crucial. Some people don't understand that, but it is definitely important for sure. Let's see. Celluloid Dream says, Jeremy is so gay he could tell you the flavor of a popsicle by sitting on it. What's up, Celluloid Dream? Mick Hawk says, top 5 WWE entrance music. Mine is Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Edge, NWO, D-Generation X. Not a bad top 5. I definitely disagree, but not a bad top 5. And Stone Cold it's like Stone Cold's at the top of that list. Stone Cold's at the top of every list. You know what I mean? Which way gives you the biggest % of the money? I mean, right now, Rumble, Super Chats on Rumble gives you the biggest, percentage, but, like I said, I'm fine wherever anybody wants to support us. Trailblazer Cinder says, scan in 199, smoking sexy style. What's up, Trailblazer Cinder, with the 1999 super chat? Let's freaking go. That's what's up. I see it. There's a lot of discussion about some wrestling entrance music, things like that, but Stone Cold is number one. The glass breaking, Stone Cold walking out there with that BMF walk. There's just nothing like it. And then it becomes a discussion of, like, I don't know. I remember the Ultimate Warrior's entrance music was fantastic. Triple H does have good entrance music. I'd have to think, man. I mean, I'm a Real American by Hulk Hogan is pretty iconic for sure. Let's see. GJJ dropping 5 gifted memberships. Let's go. Thank you, GJJ. Appreciate that. Hey, what's up, Eric? Yeah. Uh-huh. Well, they still take a minor cut. They take a minor cut. They can't hear you right now because I don't have desktop audio on this window. Eric's talking to me about the Streamlabs. But yeah, they still there's still like a processing fee with that. Like, but Rumble right now, well, up until the end of the year, I think Rumble has like 100% cut. Like, they give you 100% of everything that you make. Now, there might be a percentage breakdown of like processing fees and all of that. It's going to be minute. But yeah, Streamlabs, obviously, if you do the donation on Streamlabs, it's going to be a better cut for us too. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter to me where you support us. My life and my business has changed dramatically because of our following on YouTube. YouTube has changed the game for us. I'm very thankful for that. I've had minor issues with YouTube, but YouTube has always fixed the issues for me. And this goes back to when I literally got hacked and had my ad revenue completely stolen and hijacked. And that was years ago. And YouTube fixed it. It did take a few months, and it took me being very persistent. My goodness, I was persistent. I was nonstop. I was so worried about this because I thought it was all over. And it was a self-inflicted wound. It was just me being naive. And this is when my channel was kind of just starting to grow and get, more traction. And it sucks. But they fixed it, just like with the situation with my channel the other day. Every time I've had a channel, or every time I've had a problem with the channel, unfortunately, the biggest problem with YouTube is you have to go to social media and tag them and get a response out of them. But the people that hate me celebrate. And I'm just like, people are idiots. Like, you're absolutely retarded that you think that there's actually a real problem, and there's not. Just like when the problem happened on the Main Geeks and Gamers channel, I tweeted about it, and I said, I'm pretty sure this is a mistake. I'm pretty sure this is going to get resolved. Hopefully YouTube can take a look at it. All the people that hate me is like, they're finally clamping down on his bigotry. And I'm like, you're an idiot. You're so stupid. And then yesterday with the issue that I had, again, I tweeted Team YouTube and I said, here's the issue. This is a mistake. I need a real person to look at it and it will get resolved. And all the people that hated me, they're like, they're finally done with your nonsense, all of your Trump love. And I'm like, no, they're not. And you can celebrate all you want, but it will get corrected. And it did. And very happy about that. But it's stressful. It's stressful at times for sure. I saw Josh. Let's see. What did Josh say? Josh 316 says Stone Cold is the best. 316. That's right. Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass. Austin's the best at everything. Like he's the most popular wrestler of all time. He's he's the best on the mic. I'm not gonna say he's the best in-ring wrestler, but he was really damn good in the ring. And obviously his intro, his persona, and the respect he has in the industry. Again, this is a Cobra 199 discussion. I'm getting ahead of myself, but yeah. Stone Cold is just he's just that damn good. He just is, man. Stone Cold across the board, ranks high. The only person that's in comparison with him is Ric Flair. That's it. It's the only one. So anyway, we will get into that over on Cobra 199. Scott DeBlois says, need more Fear the Tardo. Keep up the grind, Jeremy and Team 199. Thank you, Scott. Greg McMahon says the best video game soundtrack of all time, in my opinion, is Super Mario Galaxy. Super Mario Galaxy is the best video game soundtrack of all time. If you listen to the Super Mario Galaxy soundtrack, it will blow your mind, but Chrono Trigger is up there. There's a lot of different games. A lot of the Zelda games are up there. Yeah, so there's a lot, but Super Mario Galaxy is the best for me. What's it say? Rumble chat, it seems to be down. Really? Yeah, Rumble chat's pretty slow tonight, even though we got 126 people over there. Rumble chat, you guys good over there? Let's see if I can test. Yeah, even me, I can't comment on Rumble. Even me. Wow. So yeah, Rumble chat is down right now. So that kind of sucks, man. Yeah, Rumble chat is down. Are you at least able to watch on Rumble for the people that are watching? And again, listen, people can complain about YouTube. I'm not comparing YouTube to Rumble, but YouTube works all the time. All the time. And this is why, I don't have a problem with YouTube taking their cuts for anything, man. They've built a phenomenal system that works. So even Salty, yeah, so I heard Salty was having problems with his YouTube stream as well tonight. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. But you still can watch this Dustin and Win. Okay. So right now, yeah, I can't comment. I even can't comment on my own stream. So there must be a problem over there with Rumble. So Eric, just keep me posted on that, brother, as you get updates. But okay, listen, we have a lot to talk about. Zevin Cross says Kane, Chris Benoit, and Rob Van Dam are my top favorite theme songs. Dude, telling you, man, I could talk wrestling all day long. I'm going to tell you, we're going to put a huge wrestling stream together at some point over on Cobra 199. It's going to be amazing. Young Rippa in the house, my boy, who we did a great Tuesday night's main event last night. Young Rippa dropping the 199. Man, dude, look, I got to show this tweet, okay? I got to show this tweet from earlier with Rippa. Like, it's the funniest shit I've ever seen, man. Like, these people that hate Rippa, it's weird, bro. It's a weird situation, okay? And it is what it is, okay? But, like, these guys, all right, right here, all right? So Ripa makes a video, okay? Ripa makes this video, all right? And he's talking, like, he doesn't even take any shots at crowdfunding if you had actually watched the video. So this dude here says, hey, dick, most of us have no choice but to crowdfund and are doing it the best they can. It's not their fault that you can't handle criticism of any kind. I want to support you, but you're still acting like a bitch. Stop. We want to like you. We want to like you. So Ripa responds, okay? He's like, at no point did I knock anybody for using crowdfunding. It's also doesn't sound like you want to like me and rather are looking for a reason to dislike me. So I responded, I want to like you is a very weird thing to say to another man. And I'm like, bro, I want to like you? Like, I want to like you. I need to like you. I just need you to be different so I can like you. I'm like, bro, that is some strange kind of language you're using there. Like, I need to like you. I want to like you. I just need you to change. I can change you, Ripa. I can change you. Like, what is going on, man? I need you, Eric. I need you. I want to like you. That is some weird shit, bro. Okay. Anyway, I want to like you. When I saw that, I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Why is this dude saying he wants to like you? Like, I want to like you. I need to like you. I just need you to change, and I can change you. And I'm like, okay. That's a little weird, but whatever works for you. At the end of the day, like, listen. There are always in life going to be people that are more successful than you, okay? And you can approach that in a couple of different ways, okay? You can watch them succeed and try to learn and get motivated by it, which is what 99% of, men do, is they actually just sit there and go, okay, cool. This dude has done something. He's tapped into something. He's crushing it. I'm happy for him. But now I need to kind of I need to reassess what I'm doing, and I need to motivate myself by also trying to learn a little bit from this guy. And then, or you can just be one of the dudes that just sits there and cries because somebody else is more successful than you. You know what I mean? Like, it's such a weird mentality. And this is why so many people in these kind of fan groups or groups of people continue to fail, because they're so insecure. And when someone else is successful, they get jealous. I've said this 1,000 times. Me and Ripple was talking about this last night on Tuesday Night's Main Event, where when I met Gary, I had like hundreds of thousands of subscribers more than Gary. So did Ripa. Gary is about to hit 1 million, and he's just left all of us behind. Are we jealous of Gary? Are we envious? Are we mad? Hell no. Gary's crushing it. Why would we be mad? Why would we be jealous? Why would we be angry? That's our friend. That's our boy. Of course we're happy for him. Just like when Gary was a smaller YouTuber, he was happy for us. It wasn't like Gary was jealous of me and Ripa, and now Gary is just taking it to another level. And we're all happy for him, and we all want to support him, and we all stand by him. And that's why this kind of group of friends that we have, we're built differently, man. There ain't no jealousy and envy. It's just, we see it when other people succeed, we got their back and we roll with them. And Ripa's got a lot of people that are in this kind of independent kind of scene, and they're really jealous that he is successful because, well, now that he's successful, he's going to have to shout me out. Who the fuck ever said that? Nobody deserves to shout you out. Like, why don't you just work your ass off and earn it like everybody else? Nobody owes you nothing. That's not how the real world works. Nobody owes you shit. Nobody. You got to earn that shit, man. Shout-outs are meaningless if you don't have a product or something to back it up. I've talked about this 1,000 times with YouTube shout-outs. Like, moving forward for me, even for me, okay? I'm not even going to, moving forward, after I've told the core audience of mine that knows about my new channel, I'm not going to talk about my new channel anymore. I'm not going to talk about it on Geeks and Gamers. I'm not going to talk about it here because I'm trying to build a different audience over there outside of like the core audience that wants it, because I understand that at least half of my audience is not going to be interested in professional wrestling or Fortnite. Okay. I get it. And I totally understand that and respect it and appreciate it. So I don't need just people subscribing to the channel to inflate my numbers. You know what I mean? And so with YouTube shoutouts, I've said, I can get you to 1,000. I can shout you out and I can get you to 1,000. After that, there's nothing else I can do for you on YouTube. There's literally nothing. You have to build your own audience. There's nothing I can do. A shout out means absolutely nothing from me, from Gary, from anybody. After you have gotten 1,000, and the reason I say 1,000 is because that's the threshold for you to be monetized. You get 1,000 subscribers, then you got to get 4,000 hours of watch time. After that, there's nothing I can do to help you. You have to do it yourself. You have to give people a reason to watch your content, to come back to your videos, to subscribe and put notifications on. Do you understand how many people are on this platform? Do you understand how many people are competing for that time? You have to give people a reason to watch you. Stop relying upon shout outs. Holy shit, man. Like, that's not success. That's not how you become successful. By shout outs. Just not. And this mentality that if I don't get a shout out, if I don't get recognized by this person or that person, means I can't be successful. You've already got a losing attitude. And that's just a reality of the situation. So you got to earn it. You have to earn it. My word means nothing unless you are willing to earn it. I talked about this many times. Sports Wars. We have a sports channel with Geeks and Gamers. All right. I shouted that fucking channel out until I was, blue in the face. Nobody was subscribing over there outside of the core people that cared about our content. And then do you know when Sports Wars started to grow? When me and Ryan started to cover things that people were interested in, and the channel started to blow up. And now Ryan has continued to run that channel. He's doing a fantastic job. All my shout-outs on Friday Night Tights, all my shout-outs on Geeks and Gamers didn't get us shit. Again, we got a few thousand subscribers, very appreciated. But outside of that, it wasn't until we put the work in and then the channel started growing. So that applies to every single aspect of this online world we're in. I don't have the power. Ripa don't have the power. Gary don't have the power to build your audience for you. The only person that has the power to build your audience is you. That's the truth. It might be the unfortunate truth. It might be the inconvenient truth, but it's the truth. So anyway, shout out to young Ripa. He's crushing it. And you just gotta run with it. You just gotta run with it. But okay, so we are going to talk about the lead into 2024 and everything going on with Trump and the Michigan Supreme Court. There's also this story. So weird, man. So weird. There's this story about the director of Home Alone 2 trying to have revisionist history about Trump's appearance 30 years ago. 30 years ago in Home Alone 2. And Trump has responded to it. And it just shows you that Hollywood mindset, bro. Like 30 years ago, Trump was in Home Alone 2. He made a brief cameo in it. And now the director, Christopher Columbus, is now trying to say that Trump bullied his way into the movie. And it's like, what the hell are we talking about? So Trump has responded. And we're going to talk about that. And there's also, there's this picture of Trump and his friends and family, and Barron Trump is there. Ripper, if you're still here in the chat, Barron Trump might be in the NBA, man. Barron Trump might dominate. Can you imagine if a Trump dominates the NBA in the next 10 years? If Barron Trump goes to the NBA, he's like 7'4" or whatever Barron Trump's going to be. Can you imagine if Barron Trump becomes the face of the NBA? Oh my goodness, that would be the greatest thing ever. Barron Trump dominating the NBA. I don't know how tall he is. That would be amazing. So yeah, Barron Trump's like 6'8" now, and I think he's gonna keep growing. 7'3", 215. Let's go. Warren Smith dropping 10 gifted memberships. Let's freaking go. Looks like Rumble's back. Rumble is back. Look at there. Dougie B dropping up 50 and says, well, hello, Jeremy. Hail, Rumble. What's up, YouTube? Bro, Dougie B, even with Rumble not working properly, is calling out the YouTube chat. He's calling out the YouTube chat. I respect it. I know Ripper respects it. I can definitely respect that. Swig of water for the working man. Yeah, so we got to talk about this Home Alone 2 story. What's such a wild situation here? So, again, man, I love Home Alone 2, and I actually like the director Chris Columbus. He directed like the first 2 Harry Potter movies. He directed Home Alone 1 and 2. He's always kind of had a good kind of vibe with his movies that I've always appreciated. But like anybody else in Hollywood, he's so scared of the Orange Man that he has to sit there and give revisionist history about how Trump got involved in Home Alone 2. And it's so weird. And we've got all these video clips of how much Hollywood loved Trump. And we're going to show all of that. But the first thing is we got this Supreme Court situation that we're going to talk about. And we're going to watch Benny Johnson's video here in just a few minutes. Let me catch up on a lot of these super chats really quick, and then we're going to go over that. We got Ministry of Wrong Thing. Hope you guys had a Merry Christmas. Have you seen any of this Calendar Gate drama on X? It really is a great example of stupid cringe purity spirals that happen when people go too far. I've been seeing people talk about this calendar situation. I'm going to be honest, I don't know anything about it. I don't know what's going on with this calendar situation. I have no idea. So I've been seeing the discussions, but I don't know the specifics at all. So I can't speak on it at all. Warren Smith says, can I have a shout out? I'm not gay, but $10 is $10. God damn it. Oh, man. I love you guys. Magnum North says, hey, Jerry, can I get a shout out? God damn it. I love you guys so much. Lover of Green for 20. Hail, Jeremy. Sorry about the coof chat I had on Tuesday night's main event. I want to live in a normal life where the coof is just another cold. I've had it with the woke idiots who think covering your face for eternity is somehow not depressing. Hey, brother, no apology needed, man. None. Totally understand. And I do think we're at a point now, like, I personally don't think that they're going to get away. They can't get away with the nonsense again. Like, they did the lockdowns already. We've seen the results of that. And I don't think that they can't get away with it, man. There's way too many people that have been bitten by this. And there are some people out there that will do it just because, but the majority of people are not going to do this again. Dude, I still see it. I am a big believer in, like, I don't care what you do with your time and your money and all of that shit, but it pains me to see able-bodied people my age walking around with masks on, though. I just, what are you doing, man? Like, what are you doing? How in the hell are you this dumb? It just is amazing to me. But you know, it is what it is. Let's see. The CJH Entertainment Red Dead Redemption 2 gameplay for Cobra 199 win. My channel is doing well with Red Dead content right now. I think Ryan stopped playing it, unfortunately. Arthur Morgan is the GOAT. I've actually wanted to really, like, I have that downloaded onto my PlayStation, and I have been thinking about, because I do a lot of the online games, you know, like, obviously, I play Titanfall. I've been doing the Fortnite thing. People have asked me, and to be fair, I did. I did play Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3, and Warzone, because Warzone 3 is out. I've heard a lot of people say that they've been happy with Modern Warfare 3. I played just a little bit to see if it's something I would be interested to play, because people have asked me if I would be considered playing. I got to be honest, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I really am. And Sledgehammer's involved instead of Infinity Ward, which is they're trash. But anyway, that's another discussion for another time. The finals is kind of the next thing that we want to play. I've heard a lot of people talk about the finals. But in terms of narrative-based games, Red Dead would be a perfect game for me to play through. And we could get clips. We could deal with the chat and let the chat kind of determine certain aspects of what I'm doing. I would love to do something with Red Dead. Canis Dingus says, shitty question, but with RIPA legal stuff wrapping up, has there been any interactions with the Shyster lawyer that everyone was asked mad about? Are you referring to like the Ricada stuff? Is that what you mean when you talk about a lawyer? I mean, I've talked to Nick. I talked to Nick privately about stuff, but that's not going to be aired out, publicly. But yeah, Nick, I have no issues with Nick. I don't get involved in, like, a lot of people live off of internet drama. They need internet drama. I don't. I have no problem roasting Hollywood and politicians all day long. I don't need to roast YouTubers and stuff like that. I'm of the mindset, if I have something to talk with someone about, if I have a relationship with them where I either have access with their DMs on Twitter or if I have their phone number, I'll just reach out and hash it out. As you guys know, famously, me and Star Wars Theory had pretty massive beef that no one knew about until we cleared it up and told everybody that, hey, we stopped talking for a long time because we had some issues. And we didn't reveal that until after, we cleared things up and we started to do a stream again. And Brad's like, holy shit, you guys had beef? Yeah. Again, if you choose to make drama part of your YouTube sphere, that's fine. Everybody's got to have a shtick, and there ain't nothing wrong with it. Hell, my whole shtick is fuck Hollywood and fuck the Democrats, all right? I'm pretty proud of my shtick, all right? Fuck Hollywood, fuck the Democrats, and the rhinos. That's my shtick. That's what I'm known for. And I will proudly own that. But I personally don't see the value in whining over YouTubers all day, every day, or trying to stoke the flames on that. But if you do, that's cool. But yeah, so that's it. I don't get involved in it. Let's see here. Where are we at? I got to pull this back up. Disco Cobra for 50 says, as a somewhat failed YouTuber myself, I can say if you don't put your soul into your work, people won't come back. I still plan on making more content, but I have to put more effort into the content. Also, consistency over a long period helps. Over a long period, charisma helps. 100%. Like, there is no... and thank you, Disco Cobra. Matching Dougie B. Dougie B. He matched you. Just saying, Dougie B. All right? But, yeah, when it comes down to that, ultimately, what is failure? What is success on YouTube? There are people on this platform that, okay, let's take Gary, for instance. If Gary got the numbers that I was getting on Geeks and Gamers right now, Gary would consider that a colossal failure because Gary gets like 1 million views per video. So if Gary or Drinker got my numbers, they would consider that a failure. I consider it a monumental success, what I get. And so it's all relative to whatever you're trying to accomplish. You know what I mean? The reality of it is if my approach 5 years ago was to just make content as an individual and build up me as an individual, and I got the same amount of views and the same amount of subs that I have, but it was all just geared towards me, I'd be able to retire right now with all the money I've made. The reality of it is that's not what I was setting out to do. I was setting out to build Geeks and Gamers. So I have a massive team of people. I have a fuck ton of payroll that goes out. I have bills like crazy. I'm spending money like a psychopath, just trying to build this up. Whether it's, trademark stuff, whether it's payroll, whether it's paying my attorneys to do the trademark stuff or whatever the hell. It's got to a point where my attorney, I don't even want to talk to him. I don't even want to talk to him. He might be watching right now. I don't fucking want to talk to him because I don't want the bill. Like, that's just how it is. I never thought I would be in that position. I don't want to hear my attorney. I don't want to see his name on my phone. I don't want any interaction with this motherfucker. Holy crap. It's bad. It's bad. But it's all relative. I was a failed YouTuber for 5 years. My channel didn't go anywhere. You know what I mean? My goal was just to get 1,000 subscribers. All I wanted was 1,000 subscribers, and I was happy. And when I hit that 1,000, I was super happy. So I don't think there's any, like, at the end of the day, don't give up if that's what your goal is to be a YouTuber. Don't give up, but don't give up on anything. You know, like for me, you know, I'm in my 40s. If I would have gotten what I have now in my early 20s, I'm pretty sure I would not have succeeded to maintain it. It's good that it took me to my 40s to, you know, start to really see some level of success, because everything I went through in my life prepared me for that. You know what I mean? But if I would have gotten what I have now in my early 20s, I would have completely screwed it up big time. So I'm really thankful that I didn't seek success, even though you go back and look at me in my 20s and 30s, and I felt like I was a failure the whole time. I felt like I have failed because I haven't succeeded in the area I want to succeed. But in reality, I wasn't failing. I was slowly learning how to become successful. And I'm glad that it took me as long as it did. And so, you know, so that was a good thing. I look at somebody like, you know, we're talking about wrestling, like Diamond Dallas Page. DDP, you'd have to tell me in the chat. I think DDP might have been like in his mid-30s or 40s before he actually became like a legitimate wrestler. Like he was like in his late 30s or early 40s, I think. You have to look that up. But yeah, it's yes, a lot of people are we at that point where people don't believe that I'm 40? I am 40. I think I'm 45. I'm 45 years old. Yeah. I know. This is what happens when you don't drink, smoke, or do drugs ever. But I do eat terrible. But no drinking, no drugs, no alcohol for me ever. I've never tasted alcohol. I've never tried a drug. I've never smoked a cigarette ever. So there we go. Yes, so I'm old. I'm an old man. I told you guys this. I'm old as hell. I know I don't look it. So, and I'm not bald as much as the internet thinks I am. I am not bald. But I like the people that hate me think I am bald. And again, there's nothing wrong with being bald. Stone Cold Steve Austin's bald. Michael Jordan's bald. It's all good. There's nothing wrong with that. Disco Cobra for 20 says, continue to chat. It's funny because you say shout-outs don't work, but I've seen TikTok videos shout out a channel, and it got over 400,000 subs almost overnight. Fluke thing, maybe, but it is possible, kind of like winning the lottery. Well, yeah, like, again, just because there's an exception doesn't change the rule. You know, like, for instance, and I'm gonna mention, like, some YouTubers that many people might not even know about, okay? Well, you're going to know the name PewDiePie, okay? There's a guy, what's his name? Jacksepticeye, all right? Jacksepticeye got, like, a shout-out from PewDiePie a long time ago, and it kind of boosted him. A lot of people always look to Jacksepticeye, and they point to, like, well, PewDiePie gave you a shout-out, that's why you're successful. Jacksepticeye has, like, 30 million subscribers, okay, now. That's not why he's successful. He's successful because he was already doing good work. And when PewDiePie mentioned him, people looked at him and liked what he was doing. So he was already able to sponge up all of that. That's essentially how that works. So there's no one formula or the next. But at the end of the day, what it comes down to is shout-outs mean nothing if you don't have something that the people are interested in once you get the shout-out. You've got to have something. You've got to have something that draws them in and keeps them there. And a shout-out means nothing for the long term of your success. You have to maintain your audience and maintain your success with what you're putting forward and not relying on someone else to mention it for you. Let's see here. Thank you, Disco Cobra. Alan Tenassi says, I heard dinosaurs came in spaceships, but I can't confirm. Trump 2024, all hail the snake pit. Thank you, Alan Tenassi. Golden Nuggets in the house. We love golden nuggets, cancer-free golden nuggets. It's amazing. I can't afford this, but I believe in Osteen. Jeremy Osteen is happy tonight. Jeremy Osteen sees the Rumble chat coming alive, and the YouTube chat coming alive as well. I just want to give a big wamen to everyone that's sending super chats for Jeremy Osteen. Thank you, Golden Nuggets. I think the Jeremy Osteen thing is so dumb. It's so dumb. All right, we got to talk about the Supreme Court. Michigan Supreme Court. There were a lot of left-wing people that were they were thinking, oh, Trump is done. Trump is over. Michigan's going to kick him off the ballot. They were hanging and this was all because of Colorado. So you go back to a week ago, the Colorado Supreme Court decides, hey, Donald Trump is not going to be on the primary ballots. And the whole left-wing Democrat Hollywood world starts celebrating. And this has been something they've been trying to do. They've been trying to get Trump off the ballots in all of these different states. Ultimately, I don't think there's a chance in hell that any of this stands up, but it does give these people with TDS like temporary, joy that they think that Orange Man is going down. So the Michigan Supreme Court today, they made a ruling, and here's Benny Johnson's video. So here we go.
What's up, guys? Boy, Benny. What is that sound I hear over the hills of snow? Is that jingle bells? No, indeed, it is the sound of seething, crying libs, screaming, and salty tears flowing, melting all of the snow, which is a actually great thing to happen when there's too much snow. The salt helps melt it and makes it safe for everybody. Thank you, salty libs. Michigan, a place that is covered in snow right now, has rejected an absurd attempt to rip Donald Trump off the ballot based on the 14th Amendment. Colorado, I guess, being a state that legalized shrooms, decided to rip Donald Trump off the ballot, but Michigan hasn't legalized shrooms.
Now, if you have not subscribed to Benny Johnson, you should be subscribed to Benny Johnson. Benny is awesome. Benny is a friend, and he's a great dude. I'm sure at some point I'll get him on CobraCast. I'd love to talk to him over here. But yeah, Benny is awesome.
And therefore, their Supreme Court said, no, that's not going to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Breaking seconds ago, the Michigan Supreme Court has rejected an attempt to remove Donald Trump from the state's ballot. The decision comes after the Colorado Supreme Court disqualified Donald Trump for appearing in the state's ballots in 2024. This, of course, is fake and is meant to incite you. Please do not take the bait. The disqualification was disqualified by the Colorado's Supreme Court's own ruling, saying when Donald Trump appeals this, then this is stayed. So they already knew Donald Trump was going to appeal it. They were just trying to get lib points. Orange man, bad points. That's it. They wanted a pat on the head from their Soros masters. By the way, the people who brought that lawsuit straight up admit that George Soros funded the entire thing. We'll get to that in just a second. Significantly, Colorado's elections laws differ from Michigan's laws in a material way that is directly relevant to where the appellate's case is not entitled to relief seek concerning the presidential primary election in Michigan, blah, blah, blah. Explaining the court's ruling, Trump wrote on a Truth Social post following the decision, the Michigan Supreme Court has strongly and rightfully denied the desperate attempt for Democrats to take the leading candidate off the ballot, me, in the great state of Michigan. Donald Trump is right to write this. And by the way, Donald Trump is becoming the Nelson Mandela of our era. I want to vote for the political prisoner. I want to vote for the guy that they tell me I'm not even allowed to see on a ballot. It's
Yes, that is exactly it. It's that I want, like I don't know if they understand how powerful they have made Donald Trump. They have made him so powerful and so influential and so Teflon. The more you tell people they can't do something and you don't provide any substance as to why you're justified in saying that, all you're doing is you're making him more and more popular. And at this point in time, as I sit here right now on December 27th, 2023, Donald Trump is more popular than he has ever been in his entire life. And it's all because of them constantly trying to take him down, constantly trying to tell you you're not allowed to vote for him, constantly telling you that he's terrible while providing no substance whatsoever, providing nothing at all. And he's only going to get more and more and more popular as we move into 2024 because they are going to lose it. They're going to lose it.
It's not that I shouldn't vote for him. It's that I'm not allowed to vote for him. What does that make you want to do? It's the walk on the grass paradigm. You've ever heard of that? It's a psychological phenomenon where if the sign says don't walk on the grass, if the sign says don't vote for my boy, don't vote for him. Don't do it. Don't do it. You can't do it. You can't vote for Donald Trump. Like, it makes you want to vote for Donald Trump. Here's some of the reactions online to this breaking. The Michigan Supreme Court rejects an attempt to remove Donald Trump from the 2024 Constitution insurrection ban, a decision based on the Constitution's insurrection ban, a decision at odds with a recent ruling from the Colorado Supreme Court, but in line with a bunch of other courts who have faced similar lawsuits, right? So there are other states that like Vermont, for instance, and New Hampshire, that other Supreme Courts have like thrown this all out. Colorado Supreme Court was literally smoking peyote laced with crystal meth and bath salts in their decision. I mean, it is an absolutely absurd drug-fueled decision, and the order of the court says that the Republican Donald Trump will be on the ballot, and you can GFY. George Soros funded GFY.
Now, again, and I have to bring Ron DeSantis into this because I do believe that Ron DeSantis was 1,000% hoping for this to happen. He will not like them to override it. I believe that with the powers that be in the Republican Party, the rhinos that hate Donald Trump, I believe that they went to Ron DeSantis and they basically told him, you're the guy. Trump has too many legal hurdles. They're going to take him down, and there's nothing that he can do about it, and you're going to be able to move into that spot. That is what they made him believe. And he ran with it. He ran with it with the belief that that's what, like, if you look at the way that he's been kind of oblivious to the facts and the reality of the situation, it's because he believed that Trump was going to be taken down. It's why when the Colorado thing happened, and to his credit, Vivek basically said, I'm pulling my name off the ballot and I'm calling on Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley to do the same. DeSantis wouldn't even think about it because this is what he was planning on the whole time. And this is why I say, like, Ron DeSantis, this ain't just about 2024. Ron DeSantis he is Mitt Romney. And so many people got mad at me for saying that. And I said that early on. Now, again, I was a fan of Ron DeSantis in the state of Florida. I was a fan of him as a governor. But I basically was like, dude, he's gone full Mitt Romney. That's who he is now. Ron DeSantis is Mitt Romney. That is what his political future looks like. He's Mitt fucking Romney, and that is the truth. And people could deny it all they wanted, but now here we are, and that's exactly who he is. He's Mitt Romney. Here we go. Back to Benny.
So, ladies and gentlemen, just in Michigan Supreme Court has shot down an attempt to remove Donald Trump from the primary ballot. Good to see some people still believe in democracy. The battle is not over, however, considering ballot eligibility lawsuits have been filed in Oregon, New Jersey, and Wisconsin state courts. They have also been filed in federal districts in Alaska, Arizona, Nevada, New York, Mexico. Look at these people. Look at these people. They don't want you to be able to vote for them. That's what we come to. You're not allowed to vote for Donald Trump. Seething libs are very, very, very salty about this. We'll get to their reactions in just a second. Yes, President Trump on the Michigan Supreme Court strongly and rightfully denying it. MAGA, this is Donald Trump's quote, again, on Truth Social. The Colorado Supreme Court currently stands as an outlier among state courts, yet challengers are pushing the strikingly anti-democracy theory in various states. Yes, that's right. Jonathan Turley, one of my favorite commentators on said issues. The Michigan Supreme Court has joined in other states in rejecting the disqualification effort. Unlike Colorado justices, these jurists in other states show that many Democratic jurists can resist the temptation of bagging Trump at any cost. The cost, of course, is a pat on the head from your lizard overlords. LMAO, Michigan Supreme Court says nope, according to Cat Turd, and this is obviously the correct answer according to one of Donald Trump's challengers, Vivek Ramaswamy, who's been deeply right.
Why won't Ron DeSantis comment that? We know exactly why. Again, man, it's just amazing. It's amazing that he won't comment on this stuff and take a stand. Taking a stand, whatever the stand is, at least shows leadership. At least it shows that you have the courage of your convictions. So even if he's DeSantis, honestly, DeSantis would be better off by just coming out and saying, like, yeah, I'm not going to support Trump in any way, shape, or form. I don't believe he's good for the country, yada, yada, yada. If he said that, like, I think that would even be better than his fence riding, because at least he would shore up his base. At least your base would appreciate it, but you're too much of a coward to say that because you know MAGA will eat you alive because you don't actually stand by what you believe. And that's the problem with him. Fence riding is garbage. I'm sick and tired of fence riders.
On all of these issues. Ladies and gentlemen, the libs melting down, the salty, salty, salty tears melting the snow everywhere, making it much more peaceful and better for all of us to live. Watch.
Supreme Court in Michigan has just rejected an effort to remove Donald Trump from that state's primary ballot. CNN's Caitlin Polance has all of the details coming in early today. Caitlin, this ruling comes 8 days after Colorado's Supreme Court ruled that Trump should be removed from the ballot. Tell us about what the Supreme Court in Michigan is saying now.
Well, every state is following their own rules and their own processes for how to have candidates on the ballots. And this is why we're seeing something so different in Michigan today. The highest court in Michigan, 7 justices determining they're not going to get involved. The lower courts in Michigan said that they acknowledged that there were challenges to Trump being on the primary ballot there. And the lower court said,
listen to look at the face. Listen to the seething. Listen to the couching, the way that they frame this. And the way they frame it is like, oh, different courts follow different rules. Instead of this one court in a split decision is bonkers AF.
Yep.
And are clearly using suppositories of baby powder.
It's just
cocaine.
He was just trying to, he was like, I got to stay in TOS here. I got to stay in terms of service right here.
I don't know anything about drugs. Can you tell? But clearly the Colorado Supreme Court are on drugs, right? Instead of saying that, they're saying everyone's following their own rules. That's not a great thing to hear about in your judicial system. Is that what we're supposed to have? Is that what the judicial system is about? Following your own rules, doing what feels good?
We also are not getting involved. This is not something for us to determine. And they weren't weighing in on the general election either at that time. And so now this case goes to the Michigan Supreme Court. They looked at it and they said, yeah, we're not going to do anything here either. But one of the justices in Michigan did write today in this ruling that Michigan is very different from Colorado. The laws are different around who qualifies for their primary ballots there. And that is one of the reasons why that state is ending up with a different situation about determining whether Donald Trump can be on the ballot because of the constitutional ban on insurrectionists running for office.
Okay, so a couple quick things here. I'm no lawyer, but let me make something very clear to you. The Constitution applies to all states. There's no place where the Constitution doesn't apply. And they're using the 14th Amendment in the Constitution to try and ban Donald Trump, who's never...
The more that they hang on to this idea of insurrection in January 6th, the more it's clear that this was not something that just happened. And I'm just going to leave it at that. It's pretty fucking clear. The more and more that they hang on to that particular word and that particular terminology and how much they have oversold January 6th, it's clear to anyone with a working brain and the slightest bit of common sense that there is a lot more to that than just what happened that day. It's like, and even me, like, when I first saw everything that happened, I was like, oh, man, this sucks. This is terrible. This is awful. I can't believe people did this, yada, yada, yada. The more time that you just look, like, it's clear. It's clear that this was a trap. A very well thought out trap. And I still look at it and I go, like, if I would have been there, I would not have gone anywhere near the Capitol. You had Alex Jones himself out there with a fucking megaphone saying, do not go into the Capitol. Do not go. They want you to do this. This was what Alex Jones was literally telling everyone. Don't walk into their trap. Of course, they blamed Alex Jones for everything, even though there was video evidence of him saying, do not go here. Go this way. This is what they're trying to get you to do.
Never been found guilty of insurrection in a law that was passed 150 years ago to stop Confederate generals from running effectively because they fought a literal war against the government. What happened on January 6th was not an insurrection. Now we see the long game that they've been playing here. Donald Trump is a political prisoner, the Nelson Mandela of America. Ladies and gentlemen, Orange Man good. Check out MSNBC.
To us, the Michigan Supreme Court has ruled that Donald Trump will remain on the Republican primary ballot. Obviously, a significant decision here. People have been waiting to see, given the news last week that the Colorado Supreme Court, in a 4-3 vote, voted that he should not appear on the Republican primary ballot. So he will be on that Michigan ballot. Jonathan
Colorado! But Colorado! Listen, I stand on the shoulders of giants. I listen to a lot of smart people. That's the only reason I know this inside and out. But let me tell you this. These state courts don't get a chance to overrule the United States Constitution. The United States Constitution grants that you have to be found guilty of insurrection. You have to be found guilty by a jury of your peers. You have to lose on appeal. Then you are labeled an insurrectionist. And even then, there has been nobody ever barred from running for president because of this amendment. This was, again, in order to keep generals who literally took up arms and fought a war, not a guy who sent 20,000 troops to go protect the Capitol that Nancy Pelosi projected, not a guy that said, march home peacefully. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not it.
You see, like, I swear, I truly, like, I know a lot of people that are fans of Trump. They think that Trump is like operating with like 4D chess and all of this. I don't believe that. I've never believed that. But I do think that Donald Trump, with his gut instincts and his mentality, I do think that he is such a rare individual, because how he's able to outsmart all of these... Donald Trump has literally the most powerful people on the planet gunning for him every single day. Every move he makes, every call he makes, every interaction, every hand he shakes, every single person that he interacts with is trying to take him down. Everything he does, everywhere he goes. It's truly insane. I don't know how he is. The man is only a human being. I don't know how he's able to withstand all of this at 77 years old. I don't know. I don't know how you have a conversation with anyone. I don't know how he's so clean that they can't find anything on him. And again, this is something that I thought about years ago when he was running for president. I'm like, I've always liked Trump he's an entertaining guy, and I've always thought he was an entertaining guy. I love The Celebrity Apprentice and The Apprentice, and just as an individual, he was always a funny person. But I was thinking, like, okay, with Trump, like, as they start investigating him, like, this guy's, like, been a billionaire for my entire life. He's been surrounded by mega hot women his entire life. He's clearly probably got some skeletons in the closet, because literally every human does. So I hope they don't find anything too bad on him. They can't find anything. They can't find anything on Trump. They can't find this dude doing anything. He's on record saying he doesn't drink, he doesn't do drugs, he doesn't smoke. He's never done any of that. They can't find anything that sticks. They can't find anything, and they're always looking. They're recording this man. They're recording every interaction. They're tapping his campaign. They're tapping his phones, and they can't find anything. It is fucking insane to me that how next level he is. He is next level. And it's just unbelievable.
This ain't the ball game. The outlier here, it's an amazing thing that happens right now in our current political environment. The outlier here is the Colorado Supreme Court. They should be seen as reckless and insane, but instead they're being couched as like the standard. This is what happens on the left. It's called moving the Overton window. It's a game that they always play. They get one single insane ruling. They're like, the case is, as soon as it's on their turf, the case is settled, and they grab the energy. They grab that momentum, and Republicans should do better at grabbing that momentum. And that's actually why they're trying to stop Trump, because Trump is so great at appealing to the people who have energy and like harnessing that energy and using it for action, and they can't have that, baby. Trump says, of course, he's entitled to immunity as he celebrates Supreme Court refusing to fast-track January 6th election. This is just another pile of presents that Donald Trump is finding under his tree this Christmas. This was a decision that was granted the day before Christmas by the Supreme Court. 3 days before Christmas by the Supreme Court on the 22nd of September, where the Supreme Court effectively said that the January 6th case that Jack Smith is rabidly trying, talk about somebody on drugs, rabidly trying to bring in D.C. is effectively not allowed to break the law with the appeals process. And so Donald Trump gets a chance to appeal. This means that, of course, there will not be a trial before the election, because this is all about election rigging. So the Colorado Supreme Court disqualifies Trump from the 2024 ballot. This was what we were talking about. This is the outlier. This was a 4-3 decision, and the people who dissented in this decision said it's the most dangerous, insane precedent they've ever seen. They hang their heads in a bag, and every one of them was a Democrat. Every single one of them was a Democrat. The real reason Democrats want Trump removed from the ballots. Hey, what do you see here? Is this Bitcoin? No. This is effing Donald Trump right here.
Yes.
That's why. They can't beat him at the polls. They've turned him into a political prisoner. They don't know how to get out of the trap they've set for themselves. The entire rest of the country hate them. And the regime is collapsing. And so this is why, ladies and gentlemen, salt that lib, keep the sidewalks salty. Ladies and gentlemen, we out here, we winning, and we got the energy. It's 10 months till an election. Joe Biden isn't even campaigning.
10 months, ladies and gentlemen, 10 months. And again, Benny Johnson, shout out to Benny Johnson. Maybe he'll earn a few subscribers from my shout out. Yeah, so Benny's great. Benny's doing amazing work. So drop those links to Benny's channel. And shockingly enough, if you go to Benny's channel, you actually will find content that'll keep you there. My shout out didn't mean anything. It just redirected you there. But yeah, man, so I love what he's doing over there. This stuff is wild. I've said it many times, and I'm just going to say it again. I don't know how to properly make people understand how worried I am for 2024. I really don't know how I'm so worried for what we're going to see in 2024. It's going to be crazy. Dom H just dropped 20 gifted memberships. Let's go. Thank you, Dom. Appreciate you, brother. That's amazing. Shout out to you, Dom. Hope you have a happy new year, man. Appreciate all your support. Dom has been incredible this year, as all of you have. Knights of Ben, 10 gifted memberships. D-Day Cobra memberships. Let's go. Magnum Norse for 50 says, I would argue that fence riders have destroyed England, and they will ultimately destroy Western culture if we don't stop them. It's 100% true, man. Because the fence riding, what ultimately happens with, you can't be scared to give an opinion, all right? No matter what the fucking opinion is. In life, you're always going to say something that people are going to disagree with. You're going to do something that people disagree with. And as long as you're being honest with yourself, that's all you can be. That's all you can be, is honest with yourself. And the fence riding mentality just drives me crazy. And it's kind of this, that's where we are with this Trump thing, where there's so many people that just ride the fence on the Trump thing when you know damn well, who the best choice is, but you're trying to hedge your bets. And I don't understand it. I do understand it because it gives you a fail-safe, basically, but it's a mentality that doesn't help anything move forward. People taking a stand, and if you're wrong, you can admit you were wrong, but at least take a stand and have a position. Have a position. And I don't know why that's so difficult for many, but it is what it is. I'm not scared of being wrong. I'm not scared of giving an opinion that people don't like. It is what it is, man. You have to do that. You have to. I respect my audience too much to tell them what they want to hear. My audience, I believe my audience is made up of people that, they don't need me to verify their opinion for them. They can handle whatever my opinions are, and then they can make their own opinion. That's why I don't tell people to boycott movies or boycott whatever. I'd say I'm not going to watch this, or I'm not going to play this game, or but you can do whatever you want. Famously, back when I was not going to see Solo, a Star Wars story, and people accuse me of leading the boycott against Solo, and I'm like, literally, if you're mad that I'm not going to see Solo, I encourage you to go buy 2 tickets to offset the fact that I'm not going to see it. It literally doesn't bother me at all. I don't care what people do with their time and their money. It doesn't matter to me. And so I don't know. I guess the there might be an exception to my rule too, because at this point, if you're voting for Joe Biden, I might have to question everything about you. But I try to let people just be themselves. I try to let people just kind of do their own thing. But voting for Biden, that's a bit of a problem. Like, you just, are you retarded? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, seriously, let's be real here. What's wrong with you? That's a hard one. That's a hard one for me to kind of overlook, but yeah, it is what it is. Tim Pulls Teeth says, question 2. My foundations were poured on a bed of jelly during an earthquake. I was then finished off by a meth head with Parkinson's using only an evacuator and a hand grenade. Who am I? What? I have no idea. One more time. Tim Pulls Teeth for $20. That ain't cheap. Shout out to Ripa. My foundations were poured on a bed of jelly during an earthquake. I was then finished off by a meth head with Parkinson's using only an excavator and a hand grenade. Who am I? So an excavator and a hand grenade. Who am I? I don't know. Disco Cobra for 20. It's basically the same as putting parental advisory on certain artists or M ratings on video games. Just make people want to want it in more cases. I once got my mother to buy the Marshall Mathers LP from Eminem. She took it after she heard it, bro. I don't know. So I'm a little older than a lot of people. I think my audience, I think a lot of people in my audience might be around my age, but so I'm old enough to remember cassette tapes for music. All right. Anybody in my audience remember cassette tapes? Okay. Yeah. Cassette tape. All right. So I remember when I was younger, I purchased Snoop Dogg's album, Doggy Style. I also purchased Dr. Dre's The Chronic. All right. So now Snoop Dogg, Doggy Style, Dr. Dre's The Chronic. Now, I knew that if my parents heard any of the language on these albums, that I was done. So I was like, they can never hear what's on these albums. They can never hear the language on these albums. And so on a cassette tape, if you got to get 2 little pieces of paper and kind of roll them up and put them, there's 2 little holes in the top of the cassette tape. And you put them in there, and then you can dub out like parts of, like you can bleep stuff out. It's just silence. All right. You have to hit like the record and play button, I think. All right. Now, the problem is it's not like, it's really not quick when you do this. Like, it's actually like a massive gap of time that happens when you do this. All right. And I did this, and it's basically like it records it was supposed to be recording over, but so it's dead air. I fucking ruined Doggy Style from Snoop Dogg. I ruined the album because I tried to go through Gin and Juice and dub out all the bad language. If you've ever heard Gin and Juice unedited, trying to dub out the bad words with the cassette tape, you're literally left with nothing. You're left with nothing. And so, yeah, I was like, well, this isn't going to work. This isn't going to work. Yeah, so good stuff. Good times right there. But yeah, so I feel you on that one, man. I feel you on that. Let's see. Kaiju Spirit for 10 says, unrelated as hell, but I need you and the 199's opinion. Godzilla is a pro wrestler. In his home promotion at Japan, he's number one heel, but he comes to the US, he tags with Kong as babyface. All right, one more time. Unrelated as hell, but I need you and the 199's opinion. Godzilla is a pro wrestler. In his home promotion at Japan, he's the number one heel, but when he comes to the US, he tags with Kong as a babyface. I mean, I love the idea here, but what's the question? What's the question? Are you asking me, would he tag with Kong as babyface? I think that would last half the match, and then I think that Godzilla will stab him in the back. That's what I think. But yeah, I see you, chat. I love how the chat, there's a lot of people that know about the tape situation, so I appreciate that. So yeah, is that what you're asking? Like, what exactly is the question there? But I do think Godzilla would turn on him pretty, like, halfway through the match. So, let's see. Magnum North says, what you think is going to happen when Trump wins? Absolute chaos? Oh, it's just an analogy. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. I didn't pick up on it. So my bad. Look, when you're reading all these super chats, sometimes shit goes over your head. Okay. Now listen, what's going to happen if Trump wins? A lot of crying, but that's all that's going to happen. Like, do you know what the number one thing that's going to happen when Trump wins? I get a new intro. All right. I get a new intro. That's what. And Jay Hellstorm's going to work on that new intro. That's really like all you're going to have, because the left is full of people that cry and whine, and they're not going to actually do anything. So you have all of these, nonsensical lefties saying they're going to move out of the country, they're going to leave the country, all of that. They're not leaving the country. But I do think you're going to hear a bunch of smoke and mirrors, basically. But we will get a new intro, that's for sure. And it's going to be glorious. It's going to be fantastic. New memes as well. Honestly, you know what? I'm going to try my best to pull something off. If and when Donald Trump gets elected in 2024, I would love to go to the inauguration and get someone. I will pay someone to dress up as the screaming SJW. I will get the exact outfit, dress somebody up as the screaming SJW, and go out there and reenact that whole thing for Trump 2024. I would love to do that. And I know most of you know what I'm talking about, but SJW Trump right here. I would love to reenact that. So is this it right here? 7 point. All right, here we go. So this scene right here is what hang on. This scene right here, we want to recreate this. All right. Right here.
Donald J. Trump is now President of the United States. President Obama is the ex-president. And Mr. Trump, for the moment, steps to listen for the inaugural address. What a great honor to be able to introduce for the first time ever anywhere the 45th President of the United States of America, Donald. Tap on the shoulder. You adjust the microphone as you told, man. For their gracious aid.
I am so sorry to my world. I am so sorry to my world. This is not what we want.
We will face challenges.
There's so much potential
but we will get the job done.
For beauty and for devastation. In this one moment, it's almost incomprehensible that they can exist right now. So
And we are grateful
So
to President Obama.
That's fantastic. That is fantastic. So yeah, I would like to do that. And I see all of you in the chat, you crazy peeps with all those emojis. So yeah, but yeah, I don't think anything's gonna happen. Nothing outside of just memes and stuff like that. The CJH Entertainment for 10. Thank you, brother. Netflix has been dropping some creepy movies lately, like the movie Leave the World Behind. The ending of that film is really suspicious. As a conspiracy theorist, stuff like that interests me. Yeah, is that the one with the Teslas in it? That's the one with Julia Roberts, right? Is that the one with the Teslas? There's a couple of those that are out there. I haven't seen the one. Is that the one with the Teslas? The world leaving the world behind. Is that the one with the Tesla? Like it's got like the Teslas that are driving into each other. I'm waiting for the chat to let me know if that's the one. And I'm waiting to see because honestly, like I'll be honest, whatever movie that is, get 10 to 15 people to dress like that. That will be fantastic. Okay, that is it. Okay, so while I'm obviously not all into the whole left-wing conspiracy. You've got the Civil War movie, you've got this Obama movie with Julia Roberts. I saw the opening scene with the Teslas. I gotta admit, bro, like I've never driven a Tesla. And I really love what Elon Musk is doing in the world for humanity. I hate the idea of self-driving cars. I hate it. I hate the idea of it. Like when is it going to be where we don't have control at all over the steering wheel of our car and we just hop in and we're driven to wherever we tell the car to go until, of course, it gets reprogrammed and it forces the car to drive you where they want you to go. Like that type of stuff freaks me out, man. That stuff freaks me out. I do not like that. Did Jeremy say Tesla? No, Tesla. But I don't like that at all. I don't like the idea of self-driving cars. I don't like the idea of smart cars. I don't like it at all. I want my hands on the wheel. And I want to be in control of where I'm going and what I'm doing. Like my truck, because I have I have a GMC Denali, Sierra Denali, and it does have that whole thing like you can turn it on and it like keeps you within the lanes or whatever, and it's really distracting. It is kind of nice like when you're on the interstate, but I still don't typically like to do it because it's distracting. I like to know what's going on with my vehicle. That's it. But yeah, the Tesla thing was that was an interesting scene, but I don't know what the rest of the movie's done. I have no idea. We got Alley Cat dropping 5 gifted memberships. Let's freaking go, Alley Cat. Thank you. And thank you to all the gifted memberships tonight. Again, man, we had a wonderful Tuesday night's main event. And then for those that are just tuning in, I'll talk about it now, but I don't want to regurgitate the other channel I have. Because again, I think maybe 20 to 30% of the audience here is going to be interested in my other channel. But because it's not going to be a channel where I'm bitching about the culture war. I'm not going to be calling out politics. It's strictly a video game professional wrestling channel. But what was interesting is how the whole thing played out with YouTube, because I got the channel monetized, I got the watch time and everything, I submitted for monetization, and then I got approved, and then we went live to do a celebration stream, and then the gifted memberships weren't working because people were gifting memberships, and so I decided, let me tag Team YouTube. Hey, Team YouTube, there's a little glitch here on my gifted memberships, channel just got monetized, can you help a brother out? On that same stream, they demonetized the whole fucking channel. They demonetized the whole channel. And I'm like, this is what I get? This is what I get for asking for help? Holy crap. So yeah, I got demonetized for asking for help. Ultimately, what it came down to, and I say this as someone that I'm trying to teach people from my mistake that I made or that I learned what happened. So ultimately, I had to post about it on social media. I said, hey, Team YouTube, check this out. I'm fairly certain this is a mistake. Can you look into this? I got a bunch of bot responses from them. I had to make an appeal video, and I sent the appeal in. I explained the situation. Last night after main event, I went live on that other channel, and then I got an email from YouTube saying, all right, you won your appeal. You're back. My point being is that if you go over to the channel, if you look at the channel, this is what I want people to avoid. So this is what, and again, I don't know this for sure. I don't know this for sure. All right. But I'm thinking this is what happened. So if you go over to the channel, this is the channel right here. If you go to the channel, look how similar my videos look, because I'm using the same thumbnail and a lot of the titles are similar. So like Merry Christmas, Fortnite no build. No build, dubs all day, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas Eve, Fortnite no build. Fortnite no build, dubs all day. New movement update, Fortnite no build. All of this is what triggered the algorithm. This is what triggered the algorithm, and it basically made it look like I was hitting reused content. It looked like I was just posting the same thing, and it's because it was a brand new channel. I didn't have anything established within the system. So because it was a brand new channel, the bots that basically run YouTube flagged my channel and essentially thought that it was re-uploading content, reused content. So that's something you need to learn. I'm just showing you all of that for your own, stuff moving forward. Keep different thumbnails and have slightly different titles as you're building your channel up. Once you've established your channel, you don't have to really worry about that. But when the channel first starts out, you have to give some differentiation to the thumbnails and the titles so the system doesn't flag you for reused content. So just wanted everybody to understand that really quick for anybody that's got a channel out there. But we're squared away now. All is good, and I'm really excited about it. All right. Mike Hill says the director of the Iron Claw said the reason they didn't have the other brother's death because the film couldn't withstand another death. Yeah, I mean, look, and listen, I'm going to respect the filmmaker's approach there. I'm gonna, as a viewer, I disagree. So if you haven't seen the Iron Claw, or if you don't know the Von Erich story, I'm going to give some minor spoilers really quickly here. So again, spoiler warning for the Iron Claw, for the Von Erichs, things like that. But I'll just say that the Von Erichs have been through hell more than any family that I've ever heard of in, entertainment or sports, anything like that. And the reason you're telling the story of the Von Erich family is because of the tragedy that they had to go through as a family. So eliminating an entire brother's death from the story in order to complement the story because the movie couldn't handle another death, I don't think that that is fair to the story. I think that whatever the story required from the standpoint of trying to be as true to what happened in real life would have been better. But with that said, I really did like the Iron Claw. It will hit you hard no matter what. No matter if you know the story, if you don't know the story, it will kick your ass. So anyway, waving now for spoilers are over. If you muted, spoilers are over. But go see the Iron Claw. It's fantastic. Let's see. Somebody said, doesn't this channel just use the same thumbnail over and over again? Yes, but this channel is established. This channel has 100,000 subscribers. This channel has a plethora of content. And so the system has already become used to this channel. It's not a brand new channel. So again, once you've established a channel, it doesn't matter if you use the same thumbnail and the same titles once you've established it. But if you don't have it established, that's going to be the problem. That's the problem I ran into. Jeeper Baylor says, have you considered streaming on the new X video streaming service? I'm not going to say that I've been a, viewer of X video in the past. But I hear that X video is something people have been uploading to for years. But suddenly now people are talking about X video. So I don't know. It's a little weird. It's a little weird. Thank you, Jeeper Baylor. Alan Tanasi says Legion of Doom, though. Damn right. Greatest tag team ever. Joe C. Pure Blood. My best wrestling skit. NWO Hall Nash 6 running the Steiner Bros off the road in their car in WCW. Somebody put it up on Discord. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a great moment right there. Ian says, take my $2, you gay fig. Hail chat. Thanks. I don't know. I'm assuming Jeeper Baylor was, I'm assuming you were joking about the X video thing, but have I considered streaming to Twitter? Yes, I have considered streaming directly to Twitter, along with all my other platforms for sure. Because if we can get more people watching, that's really all that, that matters. Eric K says, I want you. Sounds like Jeremy on the cruise. Thank you, Eric. Yo, Pop says, I want you. Let's say, I want to like you, Rippa. Yeah, man. Dude, that was some weird stuff, man. I want to like you, Rippa. I really want to like you. You're just not giving me the reason to like you. I'm like, okay, bro, that's weird. That's weird. We got 230 people over on Rumble. I appreciate it. Again, just so we're clear, because I know there's questions about it. There's not going to be a Cobra 199 Rumble channel or kick or anything like that. I'm still running everything through the D-Day Cobra stuff over there. The reason I changed this up is because of the YouTube algorithm. Because the YouTube algorithm is like a woman. Never going to fully understand it. It's just true. You're just never going to fully understand it. And just when you think you understand the YouTube algorithm, guess what? The YouTube algorithm blames it on you. All right? Just like a fucking woman. That is how the YouTube algorithm is. I'm never, ever, ever going to understand it. And so I'm never going to try to understand it. I'm just always trying to do something different to temporarily make it happy until it tells me I've done something wrong again. There you go. That's the YouTube algorithm in a nutshell. So we'll just leave it at that. All right. Dragon Ranger says, I want to like you, Jeremy. The Drunken Sailor gifting a D-Day Cobra membership. Thank you, Drunken Sailor. Where are we at? Cultural Breakdown member for 4 months says, I'm owed a shout out for reasons. I know, back to somebody, because this was a little bit earlier. I know a couple of my screens are behind here. Somebody said they wanted to see a COD stream. And I'll probably do that. So off, not streaming it, but I just played it a little bit to see if I was liking the multiplayer. Here's the problem with me playing Call of Duty and I'm being as real as possible. This is the problem with me playing Call of Duty on stream. I might say gamer words, dude. There ain't no game, not Mario Kart, not Fortnite, not Titanfall. There ain't no game that makes me want to call people a certain word more than Call of fucking Duty. I hate the people that play that game. I hate how they play that game. I'm going to get angry. I'm going to get mad. I'm going to scream, and I'm probably going to break fucking controllers. I am so fucking, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. All right. That's all I'm saying, because I want to say it right now just because I'm thinking about it. I just want to call all of them that word. Anyway, Sophie, Rumble won't accept my card. Discrimination. Also, can you shout me out? Let's see here. Kevin Crott, what up, Sophie? Kevin Crott says, Jeremy says he has a wrestling channel, but it's only gay Fortnite. So where's the wrestling? It'll happen. Trust me. Cyberhunk 2069. I like your stance, Jeremy. The drama is a bummer. Yeah, I mean, again, it's really easy to stay away from drama, and it's also easy to get involved in drama. It's really up to you, the person, as to how much you want to get involved with it. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Yo Pop says, Jeremy's attorney, stop being gay. The blind lawyer explains, as an attorney, the bills are real. Whew, yes, they are. The blind lawyer explains, Big Mike never quit on Jeremy and sexy back end. We're at 879 likes right now. So we're not there yet. We're not there yet, but we're closing in. We're closing in on sexy back end. As is Wonky Eyebrow says, sweet tea is a hell of a drug. Man, growing up in Alabama, I was always drinking sweet tea, man. Always drinking sweet tea. Yo Pop says, if being sober makes you look like Jeremy, I better start drinking and smoking again. That's damn good right there. Maga Sandra, what's up? Says, I remember 45. Enjoy. 55 is better. Hail the 199. Thank you. The Blind Lawyer explains, I do shout outs to show respect. That's it. And that's really what shout outs are for me. Is it's just like earlier. Am I, by me telling you to go subscribe to Benny Johnson, am I going to make Benny Johnson gain another 1 million subscribers? No. Is he going to, could he gain 5 or 10? Maybe. But it's really just about respect. It's really where that comes down to. If you're putting out content, if I'm reacting to your content, I'm going to tell people where they can find you for more of your content if they enjoy it. So it's really at its core, it really is just a show of respect. And that's what the shout out is. It's a show of respect, ultimately. Let's see here. Phantasm Mr. Knox says, hail Jeremy in chat. Good to hear Michigan not doing what Colorado is doing. Heck, Cali isn't entertaining it. By the way, talk about Google doing a big layoff. I'm going to have to look into that. I'll have to look that story up. Objectively, a cat says, saw Iron Claw. I think that it's an important exploration of masculinity, and it speaks to men's struggles that men have difficulty talking about. I would agree with that, but the thing I liked about, I liked a lot about the Iron Claw, but one thing I really did appreciate, because this is something that I was worried about. I didn't know how they were going to portray the father, because they very easily could have portrayed the father as just a complete evil human being. And let's be real, I think they made him out to be a lot better than he really was. Fritz von Erich was actually a pretty bad dude. Like, I'm not saying he was abusive, like, at least physically or anything like that, but, like, Fritz von Erich would kind of cross many lines, actually. And but what I'm saying is, like, in the current climate, they could have easily portrayed him as a physical abuser, as a drunk and out of control. They didn't really paint him as the devil. They painted him as a really passionate father that loved his kids, maybe loved them a little too much and overstepped boundaries and lived vicariously through them and wanted to see his own failures realized through them. And it made him kind of blur the lines of what he should be doing and what he shouldn't be doing. But in the reality of it, Fritz was actually not a good dude, like, at all. Like, he really wasn't a good dude. If you've actually looked at, like, the history of the Von Erichs, Fritz von Erich was not a good dude. He did a lot of shady shit, man. A lot of stuff. The CJ Ape says, shorts can boost channels for sure, but sometimes YouTube is weird because it can boost a random-ass video that has zero effort in it. It's annoying, to be honest. 100%. 100%. I know that one. The Blind Lawyer says, people need to watch Robert Gueva for Trump. Chaz Dragon says, a bit behind on this one, but there is only one way to fail. If you give up, everything else is experience to level up and succeed with. Agreed 100%. Spiderfinger says, yeah, I used to watch Jacksepticeye all the time, but he got weird and woke. Never watched him again. Never mind him. 199 is where it's at. I agree. Like, I've never watched Jacksepticeye, but I do know, like, I've seen Jacksepticeye, and again, this dude's a massive YouTuber. He'll never know my name. That's perfectly fine. I think he is very much a weak mind, a beta, someone that gets involved in shit that he knows nothing about. He's one of these people that would tweet out, wear a damn mask. He's also someone that congratulated America when Biden won, even though he's not from America, but he had no problem congratulating America when Biden won. You think he would have congratulated America if Trump won? Nope, not at all. But, that's his business, man. You can do what you want. You're a fucking moron, but you're welcome to do what you want. But maybe do a little research. You've celebrated the destruction of America and the destruction of the world at large when you celebrated Biden winning, when you knew nothing about it because it was socially acceptable on Twitter. He was willing to do that, and it pissed me off big time. Dustin the Grim says, Trump is the embodiment of Obi-Wan, quote, strike me down and I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. 100%. The Blind Lawyer says, If you have any legal questions, just just ask. Noted. You should know when rights vest. It is important. Professor 3PO says, can I get a shout out? I trip mascots. I make new words and go to every amusement park bathroom. Eric K says, let's see. Jeremy did not tell you he was wearing out his Hansen tape. Bop. Oh my God. Dude, no bullshit. All right. And I used to work with this guy. He was a manager at one of my stores. We were pretty much the same age, I guess, give or take. Maybe he might have been a few years younger than me, or might have been a few years older. I can't remember. I'm not going to say his name, but I didn't know this. All right. But like, so he was a cool guy, he was a cool guy. Everybody liked him at work. He always had chicks with him. He was a cool guy. So one of the other guys at work, we were talking one day, and the Bop song came on the fucking radio or whatever. And they're like, oh shit. I'm like, what? And they're like, is so-and-so here? And I'm like, no, he's not here today. He goes, good. I go, why? He goes, because the Bop being on the radio. Hanson. I'm like, does he not like him? Because you don't know? I'm like, no. What is there to know? He goes, bro, his ex-girlfriend, when they broke up, she hooked up and she's married to one of the Bop guys. I'm like, what? I think the tall one. So every time the fucking Hanson fucking song would come on in the story, he would fucking get so mad. I'm like, what? This is amazing information. This is amazing. We have to use this against him. He goes, dude, no, he will fuck you up. I'm like, this is amazing. But yeah, so I never had the conversation with him, but he was pissed. Oh man. I was like, dude, this is too good to not use. Like, can we not? Like, I know it's fucking evil, but this is gold. We can't not utilize this. Lying Dog Face Pony Soldier with the 199. Thank you. Donut Fit says, I wish Swift endorsed Biden on stage. And Biden does his signature move with Swift. Oh, yeah, it's freaking Taylor Swift, man. Let's see. Lower Lips Liquor says, dang, I have 500 plus cassette tapes of music. Whew, that's a lot. That's a lot. Chris Coran says, I will drive you, but I'm not dressing up. Hey, noted. Michael says, Home Alone 2 fun fact. At first, Donald Trump didn't want to do it, but the producers persuaded him. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that. Mick Hawk says, please watch Stone Cold Mario 64, 30 seconds long. Maybe on my other channel, but I have to pre-screen these. I don't want the video to get hit. It's weird, man. It can be widely available on YouTube and still get you blocked worldwide for watching it on YouTube. It's so weird. Black Girl Magic says, I don't know how to quit you, Rippa. Steel Leg of History says, this one-legged man would like a shout-out to be blessed. Shout out to you, sir. A feline named Vijay says, COD stream. COD equals ocean. Yeah, fig. Fishing video win. Always calling me out. Always calling me out. Koa Lee, when Jeremy starts streaming COD, he should rebrand to Cobra of Redemption. Then he throws all the controllers he wants. It's going to be bad if I do play it. But I saw some of, I know, Doc and Tim the Tap Man and those guys who basically abandoned COD after everything. They've been saying it's pretty good, so we'll see. Mr. Dang says, hail the 199 and Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to all of you. Mike Hill says, Obama probably put his foot in his mouth after saying, I will go down as president. The Angry Badger, hail Jeremy and the 199 and the fellowship. Thank you. Steel Leg of History, I can't thank you, Jeremy and Eric K and Cam Man, and everyone. I have been working hard on my channel, up to 80 subs now. You have all helped me. Thank you. That is awesome, Robert. Appreciate you, brother. Gulper says, this is Sacred Clown TV. What's up? Got a new name, much simpler and fitting for the times we're in. Hope you all had a Merry Christmas. 199. Love you guys. Right back at you, brother. Good to see you. Fox One says, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Yeah, that was, I know that's a very unpopular. So my criteria for a Christmas movie is, hey, I would like for Santa Claus to be acknowledged in the universe. whether it's from a child or if there's a Santa, like a prominent Santa within it or whatever, like a child that references like, I want Santa to bring me this. I think Santa needs to be something that is a kind of a figure in the Christmas movie. And I think the spirit of Christmas needs to be a vocal point, not a backdrop. So that's why. That's it. So, like, is Santa Claus in Die Hard? No, he's not. I mean, look at all of my favorite Christmas movies. Kevin asked for Santa to bring his family back. He acknowledges that Santa is real in the world. Obviously, Home Alone has Christmas all over it, but he literally asks Santa for his family back. All right? So, Jingle All the Way. All right? Santa. Now, it's kind of playful but Jamie actually talks about Santa Claus in Jingle All the Way. He references Santa. Don't worry, Santa's going to bring my presents, Dad. All right? Obviously, the Santa Claus 2, kind of got Santa Claus in it. And then Muppets Christmas Carol, the entire movie is built around the spirit of Christmas. Those are Christmas movies for me. So, that's it. So that's my criteria. There you go. Let's see here. Santa Claus is not Christmas. I mean, yeah, I'm not, at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, do you make didn't they make a Gotham show without Batman in it? Did anybody, does anybody think that's legit? Like just like anything else, just because Disney Star Wars has Star Wars in it doesn't mean it's Star Wars to me. Okay. So, let's see. Let's see. I'm looking right now. Yes, Muppet Christmas Carol is the GOAT. 100%. 100%. Let's see here. Ackle P2 says, Hail Jeremy, Eric, and the Snake Pit 199. Keep fighting the good fight and forge onward to great things. Thank you. Lord Plaga says, I want to like you, Jeremy, but you think Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. John Yarber says, or for 8 months. Thank you, John. Zinny Biscuit, my Hokies won the Military Bowl 41-20. Ryan Guy says, nothing like Fortnite and CobraCast. By the way, Rue was tested in the item shop a week or two ago. A sign of the pendulum swinging? Hail the Snake Pit 199. Maybe. Lying Dogface Pony Soldier gifting a D-Day Cobra membership. Thank you. Z Highness says, John 15:18. If the world hates you, know that it has hated me before it hated you. Trump 2024. Absolutely. Lord Pterodax says, hope everyone's Christmas and New Year's was and will be awesome. Hail the Snake Pit. Thank you. Let's see. Tom McDee says, Jeremy, if I dressed up as that, I'd be ripping on the wokies big time. Lying Dogface Pony Soldier gifting a D-Day Cobra membership. Thank you. Tweeted Tone says 6 months in a row. Chat has gifted me. Thank you to the great mage Demon, Hayden, Dom, plus others I forgot. Sorry. Also, you cannot end the year without Jeremy Osteen. I gave you Jeremy Osteen tonight. Jeremy Osteen. Let's see. Jonathan Rodriguez says, will there be a scandalous Geeks and Gamers calendar? I don't know this calendar story. I don't know it. So let's see. Wondering Paladin says, the only self-driving car I ever want is Kit. Keep it up, Jeremy. Well said. Sophie says, hail. You should go back and clip out all of your Wrestling Rant stories and put them on the new channel. At this point, you got like 100 videos. 199. I know I have a lot. Hailstorm, Nerd Wars. Got some work to do. Anthony Buck says, Roll Tide, baby. Let's go, Bama. I'm thinking total domination. Thoughts? Also, I love the new channel. Can't wait for the wrestling conversations. I'm going to try to put together like a huge panel of people because I want to come out with a bang, I want like Razor Fist. I want Az. I want I want Stuttering Craig, Geekdom, people on my crew, like Rudai and Odin. Like we just had this massive discussion. Epic Mike, Ripa can get on there. Like I want to bring the crew and just have a massive wrestling discussion. Lord Botha says, I've been singing Umbach to my 1-year-old daughter, and she always replies to me, yeah. Another thing Jeremy has now ruined for me, LOL. Yeah, as far as Bama, listen, I think this is going to be a good game. I think Michigan's a good team. I think Bama's going to win, but I think it's going to be a close game. I think it'll be a damn good game. So this is going to be a really good one. Nagranol, welcome to the Snake Pit, sir. Appreciate you. And we are almost caught up. We are caught up. We are caught up, ladies and gentlemen. And it's almost sexy back in time. It's almost sexy back in time. Almost. We are at 1,000 likes. We got Johnny the Wiz Kid says, hey, Jeremy, how was your Christmas? What did you eat? Mine was the first time in solitude, but the 199 kept me company and my streaming audience. I was unboxing my packages and got awesome retro games. Well, I mean, so technically I kind of celebrated Christmas like a couple weeks ago. That's why I was out of town. But like I thought my Christmas was going to be perfect when I woke up on Christmas morning and my new channel was monetized, only to have it demonetized a few hours later. So it's actually a very stressful day. And while I have 9 YouTube channels, every decision I make, like as we get to the end of the year, I'm always thinking about different stuff I want us to do with Geeks and Gamers, restructure certain things, reorganize things. That's just how my mind works. And so I was really dejected when this new channel got hit. Now, I knew I would get it figured out, but again, you just don't know if it's going to take a week, a day, a month, a year. With YouTube, you just have no idea. So I had an up and down day because of that. Outside of that, everything else was great. And then Johnny Whitkid says, AVGN's latest episode of Final Fantasy III on Super Nintendo. In his opinion, it's the best video game around Chrono Trigger and Zelda's because of the story and characters. I feel it is. Have you played it? I played a little bit of Final Fantasy back in the day, but I never got fully into the Final Fantasy games. Chrono Trigger, obviously, yes. Zelda, old school Zelda for sure. But I never got fully into those. All right, so we are going live on my other channel. If you guys want to hang out with this, I'm committed to the Sons of Anarchy scene with Fortnite. We're pulling that off tonight. Normally we play Titanfall. Titanfall was broken as hell last time we played it. I think the game's just dwindling down. I don't think people are playing it anymore. Respawn. Hackers were involved. I'm not getting involved in all that. So it was bad. So I'm not even gonna fuck with it. It's depressing that Titanfall. I got that tease that we might get Titanfall 3. I got my hopes up, and now the game's just dead as fuck again. So it's really sad. Respawn, for some weird reason, started updating the game. They updated the playlists. And now the game's just overrun with hackers again. So it's really depressing. Before we go, I got to talk about this. All right. So this story. There's 2 things we got to talk about. So we're not done yet. This is one story. We're going to run through this really quickly. I know I talked about this on Geeks and Gamers, but I got to talk about it again. This is fantastic. All right. This is how you handle a woke white leftist right here. If you've ever wanted just a simple breakdown of how you handle a woke white leftist, this is how you do it right here. This is fantastic. This is awesome. I love this so much. And I don't know what the update is, but I hope this guy, not only do I hope he doesn't get fired, I hope he gets a promotion. I hope this man gets a massive promotion. This is amazing.
And what about when an adult employee misgenders you intentionally?
While he's talking, you're talking.
You just misgendered me again.
Okay.
Multiple times.
Gotcha.
Both of you have.
Sorry. Wasn't intentional, but if you want to take it personal, that's also.
Well, she did do it intentionally twice.
You're talking to me too.
You said she and then you said he.
You're being condescending, and if you want to continue, I have Port Authority escort you out the building right this moment if you want to play that game with me.
Okay.
Would you like to continue 3 days before Christmas? I really don't mind.
I'm good. I'll just put this on.
Oh my God, dude. I can't tell you how much I love this. This guy should be doing training classes for every company in America right now. He should be training every single company in America that if you have some fucking freak coming into your business trying to play identity politics, This is how you do it right here. This guy is awesome. I love this guy. We're going to watch it one more time so you get the full context. But this dude right here, this dude's the man.
And what about when adults employee misgenders you intentionally?
While he's talking, you're talking.
You just misgendered me again.
Okay.
Multiple times.
Gotcha.
Both of you have.
Sorry. Wasn't intentional, but if you want to take it personal, that's also.
Well, she did do it intentionally twice.
You're talking to me too.
You said she and then you said he.
You're being condescending, and if you want to continue, I have Port Authority escort you out the building right this moment if you want to play that game with me.
Okay.
Would you like to continue 3 days before Christmas? I really don't mind.
I'm good. I'll just put this on.
Listen, so when he said, and if you listen to this, when the pronoun weirdo said, or when he told the pronoun weirdo, you're being condescending, the pronoun weirdo goes, ooh. And the pronoun weirdo was going to try and capitalize. This dude was like, if you want to play this game, I can escort you out. I have the authority to escort you out. Pronoun weirdo shuts up. Pronoun weirdo shuts up. Absolutely fantastic. Like, oh my gosh, it was beautiful. I loved it so much. And this is how everybody needs to be. Every single person that interacts with a pronoun weirdo or identity politics weirdo, this is how you do it right here. It was beautiful. I loved it. So yeah, that I had to comment on that. I was very happy to see that. So shout out to the Delta employee. And then also, so we have this story with Chris Columbus, the director of Home Alone 2. The director of Home Alone 2 said that they wanted to film in the Plaza Hotel in New York. And Donald Trump, they asked for permission. Trump granted the permission, but then he demanded that he be in the movie. This is what the director of the movie says 30 years later in an interview. He says this. He's like, Donald Trump bullied his way. Because essentially, really what it comes down to is that they can't actually just say, well, you know, we wanted Donald Trump in the movie because we all loved Donald Trump. So Trump has responded. And Trump says this, 30 years ago, how time flies, director Chris Columbus and others were begging me to make a cameo appearance in Home Alone 2. They rented the Plaza Hotel in New York, which I owned at the time. I was very busy and I didn't want to do it. They were very nice, but above all, persistent. I agreed, and the rest is history. That little cameo took off like a rocket, and the movie was a big success, and still is, especially around Christmas. People call me whenever it's aired. However, 30 years later, Columbus, what's his real name, put out a statement that I bullied myself into the movie. Nothing could be further from the truth. That cameo helped make the movie a success. But if they felt bullied or didn't want me, why did they put me in it and keep me there? For over 30 years, because I was and still am great for the movie. That's why. Just another Hollywood guy from the past looking for a quick fix of Trump publicity for himself. Well said. And to further Donald Trump's point, look at this right here. Look at this right here. This is a flashback. This is a flashback of how they treated Donald Trump back then. This is The View, ladies and gentlemen. This is The View.
Donald Trump. Joy said the guy wears a tube. He says that it's his own hair. So I believe him because I believe Donald. He's an upstanding American. Yeah. But America doesn't believe him.
She just said Donald Trump is an upstanding American. That's what she said. She just said Donald Trump's an upstanding American.
But America doesn't believe him. We've gotten, a letter poured in yesterday. I'm asking, is that really his hair? Oh, my God.
Look how much they love Donnie. Look at Donnie walking out there to all the ladies swooning and cheering. Couldn't control themselves when Donnie walked out. Look at that. Listen to him go crazy.
That really his hair? Oh, my God.
Okay, you ready? Come in. Let's check it out.
No, it's true. It's real.
It's not very pretty, but it's real.
How did it feel like when they really attack you and they do a hair
They
joke?
really
Your
are.
daughter
Well,
was
the
in the
hair I'm
audience.
used to. Excuse me, you attack my hair all the time. I got used to you were worse than they were.
I stopped.
No, you were worse than they were. And you know what, Barbara? You know what? Look,
It's real.
It's really mine. You know, it's like.
Things together over the years.
She is very sexy, I want to tell you.
He knows how to get to
Donald Trump. Bro, Trump is a pimp, all right? Trump is a pimp. All the ladies love Donald Trump. And so the reason I show this is because that is the guy that Chris Columbus was begging to be in Home Alone 2. That is the guy that Chris Columbus was begging to be in Home Alone 2. And now all of these years later, he wants to sit there and lie. It's absolute nonsense. This ain't the only one. This ain't the only one. There's more. Look at this right here. Look at this. Look at Donnie. Look at Donnie. This is at the 2005 Emmys.
The place to be. Farm living is the life for me. Land spreading out so far and wide. Keep Manhattan, just give me that countryside.
They all loved Donald Trump. All of them. They worshiped him. He was their hero. He was the biggest celebrity in the world. They all wanted his attention. They begged him for his attention, and he was gracious enough to give them his attention.
I get allergic smelling hay. Just adore a penthouse view.
I don't want to play all of this because I might get hit, but yeah. He kissed her on the cheek. So yeah, Chris Columbus is lying. I don't believe anything Chris Columbus says. I think he's lying. That's just, it's obvious for anybody that, again, has been paying attention to Trump all these years. They all worshiped him. They all worshiped the ground he walked on. And legalize adulthood. Holy crap. Legalize adulthood is here. And drop 20 gifted memberships. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Legalize Adulthood. Appreciate you, brother. But yeah, so I don't believe Christopher Columbus. I don't believe him at all. Trump set the record straight, and I believe everything Trump said about it because I know how much they worshipped Donald Trump back then, and they begged him to always come on their shows. They begged him to always, like, I don't know if I can find it right now. Trump. Let me see if I can find it. There's like this montage of like, of all the, how much Hollywood loved him. They probably, did they take it down? No way they took this video down. There's like this compilation of like, Donald, how much people, they loved Trump before he became a politician. And it shows all of these cameos of all these movies that he was in and TV shows and all of that. Let's see. Here we go. Right here. Yeah. Okay. All right. I might get hit for this. We're going to try it though. We're going to try it. Okay. So you have to understand. All right. If this video, it will be on Rumble. This is a YouTube video that I'm reacting to. Okay. This is a YouTube video that I'm reacting to. But it's important for people to see this because they are lying to you about Trump. They worshiped the ground he walked on. All of them did. This is a 3.5-minute video.
It is my esteemed pleasure to introduce Mr. and Mrs. Donald Trump.
See how much they loved him? All right, so we'll look.
Oh my God!
Hey, Donald.
Told me you were here. You look great.
Mwah. Thank you very much. Donald owns this restaurant.
Oh.
This is my friend Mike McNeil.
Hey.
Elizabeth Hurley. Let's just say I think Elizabeth Hurley is a very talented person.
Sure. Thanks.
Okay, boys, it's time to get serious. So let me tell you that all the money that I win from you tonight is the first income I've gotten that's not been garnished by the Bank of Margot.
I hope you have a good lawyer.
Hey, Donald, listen, it's 50 cents to open.
See, they all loved him. I got to skip through some of this, though. I can't just let it play.
And Donald Trump. You just don't get more New York than that.
Look at this right here on the street. It's Donald Trump.
What are you, morons?
Wade,
Trump?
I hear Kelson finally dumped you.
Not exactly, no. We just came to a mutual understanding that she couldn't bear me for another second.
Mike?
Look how much they loved him. Every time he shows up, there's claps, there's cheering. Oh, they all loved it when Trump showed up. They all loved it when Trump showed up. Shows up on the nanny, everybody cheers.
Take his clients with him.
There he is right there on the associate. I don't know what, let's see, which one's this?
We go crash and run with Cuddy. Call me.
Oh, the little...
Hi, Dad, it's me. You're gonna be so proud of me.
This is amazing.
I'm gonna win this race.
Waldo, you're the best son money can buy.
Thanks, Dad.
Look, without Derek Zoolander, male modeling wouldn't be what it is today.
Actually, hiring Eddie was my idea from the beginning.
This is fantastic, dude. Let me make sure I'm not getting a copyright reading really quick because I am a little, you never know. You never know. Hang on. Just bear with me here as I don't have the window pulled up. All right. Right now, I'm not getting a copyright warning at this point in time. So we're still good. We're still good.
Excuse
me. Hey, there we go. There you go. Hang on. Let's back it up. Here we go.
Idea from the beginning.
Excuse me, where's the lobby?
Down the hall and to the left.
Thanks.
The Don! Yes! The Don walking out on WWF, or WWE at the time, I guess is what they were calling it then. But anyway, WWE. Look at the Don. Look at the Don. I can't play this because WWE will hit me. They will hit me on that. Oh, this is where he takes Vince out. I want to play this so bad. I got to play it.
On Monday Night Raw. Hey, look at this!
It's so good. It's so good. Oh my God. This is amazing. All right, let's get back to it. Hang on. Look at it.
Hey, look at this! Donald Trump! Donald Trump!
Oh man, it's so good. It's so good.
Oh my God! The hostile takeover of Donald Trump!
Trump in the WWF. Amazing, bro. Amazing. I got to get past this, though. I don't see here he is, and suddenly Susan.
Okay, kids, make it fast. I've got a plane to catch.
We've created a magazine. Mr. Trump, we give you Scazzy.
Oh, did you see what it said? It said our next president. Look at that. Our next president. Look at there.
Look, folks, before we go too far, I've got something to tell you.
Excuse me, but I've got something to tell you first. Thank you for ruining my life.
Ashley!
What did you do?
Everybody's always blaming me for everything.
Oh, how true that one has become right there.
Now project the winner of the presidential race. CNN projects Donald Trump wins the presidency.
All the boys for Trump yelling MAGA.
There we go. Hollywood loved Donald Trump. They loved him. They adored him. And Chris Columbus is lying. The director of Home Alone 1 and 2 and Harry Potter 1 and 2, I believe. But yeah, that's where we are with that. So yeah, had to show that. to show that they've always loved Donald Trump. They always have. So there we go. Let's see here. All right, I got a few more super chats to catch up. Legalize Adulthood says this is an attempt to impose the tyranny of the weakest person. They are trying to impose tyranny on every normal person. 100%. Let's see where we are. There we go. Daniel says, hail the 199. I love this chat. Merry Christmas to all of you and a Happy New Year. By the way, Fortnite is only good with build on. Yeah, that's where we disagree. Because people are like, Jeremy, are you ever going to stop playing Fortnite? If they take no build out, I will stop literally that day. I will not play Fortnite with build on. But I respect where you're coming from. Hey, it's more popular. The build mode is more popular than no build. So I can't play build mode. Can't do it. Blind Lawyer says Jeff Mayer's Becoming Santa is a must-watch yearly. Noted. Phantasmus Knox says, tagged you in an article about the layoff via Discord. Okay, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Junior Rousseau says, Die Hard is Home Alone for adults. That's a fair way to put it. Lord Botha says, final stream to maybe replace Titanfall. Not tonight, but we are definitely going to play. I'm thinking about doing that Friday night. We're thinking about doing finals on Friday night. After CobraCast. Because how many people is it? Is it 3 or 4? I can't remember. Lance says, big deal. If the roles were reversed, it would have been a national story. Yep. Phantasmus Knox says, guy who lost their crap with Delta worker for gender works for Netflix. We'll tag you on Discord. Oh, really? Wow, look at there. Works for Netflix. That is hilarious. Vault 95 says, remember that time a teenager placed the CNN icon over Vince McMahon's face when Trump tackled Vince? CNN then sent a news team to hunt down the kid and destroy his life. I remember that. Vault 95 says, down the hall to the left. Yep. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is sexy back in time. All right, we are close to a couple of milestones. All right, All right. So, we got 1,000 likes. We got 1,600 people watching still. Now 1,100 likes. And it is time, ladies and gentlemen. Now, again, we only show the sexy back end, not to brag. It's to show how much I appreciate each and every one of you for the amazing support. It's out of respect. It's all out of respect. 860 Saying God says, I came across this great song with Trump in it. Can't believe you've never played or come across this type of Pogo Trump in YouTube if ignored the thumbnail. I'll have to wait and see. Again, I don't like playing anything without kind of pre-screening it first, even with that Trump video that's been on YouTube that I just watched for like 7 years. I had to go through it really slowly, so I'll have to pre-screen it first and I'll check it out. Sexy back in time, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Boom. Let me make this a little bit bigger. There we go. So right there, $482 in chat revenue and 75 new members. 75 new members. Almost at 500 and almost at 100 new members. That's insane. The amount of support you guys give us is crazy. Plus, you got Dougie B over there and everybody else over on Rumble. So make that in, and we are closing in on $1,000 night. Holy crap. Thank you so much for your support. I greatly appreciate it. Jeremy's creamy back in for $10. Says, got filled up nicely. You miss me? Money's been a bit dry, but I'm always watching you. Fortnite is gay, Titanfall is goat, and Jeremy is a fig. Hail the 199 and the Orange Knight. Thank you, man. Never feel obligated to super chat. I appreciate it, though. And yes, we missed you, man, and we're happy that you're back. We're happy to see you back over here. Let's see. Jabez says, Dougie B. That's right. Dougie B in the house. So anyway, we are going to go live over there. As we do the outro, I will set up that link, and so you guys can carry the chat over to the Cobra 199 if you're interested. But again, I don't like, if you're not interested in the channel, if you want to subscribe, you obviously can, but I'm not asking you to. If you're not interested in the channel, it's fine. Like, I totally get it. And we're playing Gay Fortnite tonight anyway. So, and I'll have the peeps with me. I think Hailstorm, I'm going to have him on play, and Beardo's going to be on kick. So we'll figure it all out. But let's see. Sticks got swatted? Really? Holy shit. What the hell? That's wild. I'll have to check that out and see what happened. All right, guys. Thank you so very much. I appreciate all of you. I hope you have a great night. And of course, you're getting the outro. And 860 Saying God says, please is amazing. For next CobraCast, I'll do it for next CobraCast. I'll check it out. Take a note for the song he wants me to look up, Jed, and we'll look that up and pre-screen it. Make sure it's going to clear. Because again, with live streams, you just never know, man. People have this music and they copyright it. It's weird. It's weird. And the system picks it up. So I have to be careful about that. I don't want to be fighting copyright. And just so everybody understands, even when you get hit, you have the ability to trim it out and it doesn't affect the channel. That's an easy solution. The problem is we lose the chat when that happens. So the chat is not able, people can't watch the chat on the replay. So that's why I try to stay away from it. But all right, guys, have a great night. And we'll talk to all of you later. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Shout out to the 199. Bye, everyone.
Time to rule at last. 15 years have I been waiting to sit up on my throne. No allegiance, I will swear no oath. Crowned by God, not by the church, as my power is divine. To rule the land, yes, as they fail to understand how to rule. My time has come. I was chosen by heaven. Say my name when you pray to the sky. See Carolus rise. With the Lord my protector, make a vow to my will to the sky. See Carolus rise.
All right, we are back. I got a couple more I got to read from Johnny the Wiz Kid. So we had some issues with the Rumble's had a few issues, so we didn't see some of them. But Johnny says, just bought my plane tickets, the ticket to MegaCon, and booked my hotel. I look forward to seeing y'all there. But besides Mario Kart, I want to make a request. But can I DM you on Discord or Twitter? Twitter would be better. Twitter would be better. And Johnny says, those people that used to love Trump were never his real friends. I feel they were his fake friends until he decided to run for president. 100%. 100%. And I think we're caught up over there now. Mike Hill for $9.99 says, Colorado failed. Now Trump will be on the ballot. Dude, 2024, guys, just get ready. Get ready. Get ready. It's going to be wild. So, oh, man, sorry. Did the microphone, was it a hot mic? Sorry. It's usually whenever you pop back over. So did I blow everybody's ears out? I'm so sorry if I did. But for those that are interested, I'll see you over on the gaming stream. We'll be live on Play, Geeks and Gamers Play, Geeks and Gamers Kick. And we'll have fun over there. So again, thank you all. I love you all. I'm sorry for the mic blowing your ears out. I do apologize. But I do appreciate it, guys. So Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Shout out to the 199, and we will talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.